Morning, Sea Kings. What is up? This video is to show you how to make a looping animation here. As you remember, the first step in making this logo animation is that you kind of design your layout once the animation stops, and then you do all the animation kind of working backwards. So I began by putting all this together first, and then we'll start my animation over. I'll go to the very beginning here. You can see how it looks. Notice at the end it ends much more abruptly than the beginning. So I'll show you what that means. Okay, so you kind of see like things disappeared in a staggered way. I'm going to scrub through here. And notice in my layers, in the timeline here, there are these colored bars that kind of end at certain times. So pay attention to the ribbon here. So as I kind of come to the end here, you'll see the ribbon start to disappear. The little furl on the left disappears first, and then another one. It's very, I'm not really sure how it ended up this way, but I want to show you how to make a fade out so it loops very cleanly and smoothly. Okay, so if you can't see all your layers because you have so many layers, you can resize the window by coming up right above your timeline. If you watch my cursor, as I go up, it turns into this little ice cream sandwich looking thing with like arrows shot through it. This lets you click and drag the timeline up and down so you can see all your layers. So essentially, I want my animation to kind of build into this layout, and then I want to have it sit there for a second or so, and then we're going to have it all fade out. So what I need to do is trim the ends of, let's see, my mouse is not working all that great. Let me switch mice here. Okay. I'm going to trim these ends so that everything ends at the same time first. So I'm just going to click and drag on the ends of these colored bars in the timeline. I'm going to make the whole thing about 5 seconds long. So you see, I'm just doing this. And this will have the effect of basically everything will disappear all at once, which is what I want. So you're free to animate the outro, the fade out, however you like, but this is a quick and dirty way to do it. I'd rather have the kind of the build up, the ramp up into your animation, the intro to be the kind of complicated animation, the engaging animation, and then we'll just fade it out. Okay. So I think I'm almost trimmed up here. Let's go here. You'll notice I have these little timeline here, ends way back here. This is on purpose, and I believe I explained that in the previous video. So it's really, I'm just concerned with how it ends. And now you'll see as I scrub through, everything should just disappear. It looks like there's that one frame with the Sea King, so I need to trim that. Okay. So now everything disappears at once. So now what I'm going to do is animate the opacity of all these layers, and just kind of in one fell swoop. So yeah, you don't have to do it to 14 different layers. So to do that, I'm going to click on my top layer, hold down the Shift key, click on my bottom layer, and then we're going to place my time indicator where I want everything to start fading out. And in this case, so if it stops at around 307, 309, I'll have it go until 415. So it stays there for a second. Again, we can always adjust this later, but I've got all my layers selected. I'm at the right place in the timeline, so now I'm going to go Option T as in Tom to begin keyframing the opacity of all the layers. So very nice. You see all the little keyframe diamonds pop up in each layer. Now I'll go to the very end at 5 seconds, and what are we going to do from here? We can manually add another keyframe, or just simply change the value here. I'm going to make the keyframe just to make it clear. So I've got one keyframe here at 415 at 100%. Now we'll go to the next keyframe here at 5 seconds and change just one of these values. So I'll click anywhere on that blue text, type in 0, hit return, and that will have a nice little fade out here. You see, everything fades out. You could go in here, so like I'm looking, let me zoom in a little bit. You can get really picky here. I'm already getting picky. I can see, like, as I fade out, it looks like the logo here kind of lets these lines shine through. So you don't have to have this, you know, even opacity change on every layer. You might want to go in and individually adjust keyframes here. But yeah, for the sake of time and for trying to avoid boring you, let's watch this so you see it fade out and build in. So I've got this awesome looping thing that if I wasn't already getting paid by the school, I would charge them buku bucks for. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. More to come. Good luck.